grapes, better fruit. And it's cool because we grow it all ourselves. Do you think the vineyard and the grapes love the views as much as you do?
Yes, actually, we say that all the time. People pull up the driveway, they get out of their cars, immediately whip out their camera and start taking pictures of themselves in the mountain, themselves in the vineyards. It's a stunning place to be, and people find it amazing.
Then comes harvest time. We have these beautiful clusters hanging off the vines. So picture, you know, tractor, the bin, and some picking crew. But what are you doing out during harvest time? What's your job?
Well, my job is I go behind the picking crew and watch what clusters are being picked, because to make great quality wine, we only select the best looking clusters.
Then it's time to bring these grapes up to the winery for crushing. Of course, that's when we take our grapes and run them through the crusher. What are you doing during crush? Once we have that big bin and we're loading into the crusher, what's your job?
Well, as we're hand loading the grapes into the crusher, I stand there and look at the clusters, and if something's a little bit too ripe or a little bit less ripe, I remove it so that we only have the perfect grapes to make the greatest wine.
Awesome. We have the wine in the fermentation bins, and now it's gone through all the fermentation, and we're going to move it to the storage tanks. Now there's some wine that's just like ready to move, and then there's other wine that's kind of locked into the grape skins. So what are we doing then?
So we take off the wine that runs free and move it into a separate tank, and that's called free run, and it's amazing flavors. And that's our signature piece. That's what makes VanArnam Vineyard wines amazing. So we have the free run wine sitting in storage tanks, ready for the next step. What do we do next?
Okay, this is my favorite part. So yes, this wine in the storage tanks, about 300-gallon tanks, and what we'll do then is we'll transfer it to barrels. Of course, that's what everybody thinks about when they think about a winery is, you know, these bulk barrels all over the place. And we move that wine, that free run, into the barrels, and it takes 2 years to barrel age the wine to really make it taste soft and yummy. So our vineyard is big enough to where, you know, we can ship wine out throughout different states and, you know, sell it through retail stores and such, but it's yet small enough to where we've planted every single vine. We're involved in all of the pruning and picking, so we're just in that perfect sweet spot, if you will, to where we can have really amazing tasting wines.